What's up, everyone? This is Miscreated. It's another survival game. This time, instead of zombies, we have infected mutants from I guess, radioactive biological disaster. The game is made in CryEngine. I've kind of followed this game off and on through its development, and it's got some cool features, some nice little touches like you see here with the foliage, moves as you walk through it. The overall overrun look of everything is really nice in this game. It's kind of like a Last of Us slash State of Decay look. You can see how this is me punching, and some of the objects as you punch at them, they make these crazy sounds, but it is early alpha, or actually pre-alpha. The water is really nice. Like I said, this is made in CryEngine, so water is going to look pretty cool, which you're used to seeing. There is some graphical bugs. We've got fish and water ripples. And, yeah, that's a pretty nice little touch. You can also swim, too. Go down in the water, come up. Nice little water effect coming off as your glistening body as you take a bath in this radioactive water, I'm sure. So, but yeah, the overall look of the place is really nice. There are some pretty cool little touches that the devs have done, as far as like being able to walk around and actually leave footprints behind, which you'll see here in just a second. But basically, I didn't do any testing to see how long the footprints actually last in the game, but I did do a little bit of just walking back and forth in the path, and they seem to last for a good bit. So it'd be nice to see if someone actually does like some testing to see like how long the footsteps actually last. And it doesn't always work in all terrain. It seems like moist terrain or soft terrain, it seems to do it. Or even in dirt. I have actually seen it in dry dirt as well. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool little touch that the devs did. So yeah, I mean, in addition to all the little environment details that they did with the plants moving and everything, and the footsteps and the water ripples, I thought it was a pretty cool little immersive experience. I mean, it's not like groundbreaking or anything, but it's just nice to have that in a survival game, because a lot of times some of those details are lost. It's either, if you have a single player, you have all those details in there, like something like the forest or something like that. But it's in a multiplayer survival game. It seems, there's always this trade-off where, it's either too real or too cheesy or whatever. So I don't really, I thought it was nice to have all those features. The overall atmosphere of the game is pretty cool. There are weather effects. It is a day-night cycle as well. So, basically as you're throughout the day, the sun is going down, and nighttime is pretty much nighttime. It is very dark. It can be extremely dark. You do have a flashlight, and the cool little the light effect that it has is pretty nice. The flickering gets a little annoying at times, but as far as the actual light effect that's shining on stuff, it's a lot nicer than say in DayZ or something like that, where light still shines through walls. But that will be replacing the render. But as far as I'm going to go into is really comparing that with DayZ right now. The textures on everything are also very nice. The like I said, the rusted, overgrown look is pretty cool. It's fitting for this game. It's something that I wish, it's kind of like in DayZ, it kind of has some of that in some areas, and in some areas it just looks too clean. But cars are completely rusted out, but yet buildings are still somewhat, decent looking. Here's some nice effect going on here with, nice effect, but barbed wire, there is going to be some base building and stuff. The overall look of the game is nice. Here's a suburb area that's, I thought looked, pretty traditional for an American suburb. One thing I did find pretty nice about the buildings is inside there's a lot of detail that the devs did with textures. So as you're inside here, I'm not sure if like ovens and stuff will be able to be opened. I think they can. Some refrigerators you can open, like you see this one's already opened up. I'm not sure if all items and drawers. I think I remember seeing that cushions and stuff like that can actually be folded up to look, or lifted up to look underneath them. And but you see that the textures that they went through, it's a lot of detail. Screen busted there on the TV, even though the TV probably wouldn't even be standing there. But I thought the textures were pretty nice touch. Some graffiti going on here. Bitches for life. Well, oh yeah, one other thing I did like about the textures is, check this out. When you look through some windows, you get this screen blur effect, which is really cool. This is a screen door, but it's the same effect that happens whenever you look through, through a window. Here I'm testing, some more swimming because it was getting hot and I want to take a little swim. And I go up to the top. I wanted to see, if there's like fall damage or what would happen, if I jump down into the water. So just to see if you could actually jump down and survive, And since we could swim, and see what kind of buoyancy effect would happen. There is still some, you see some lighting effects going on right there, but this is, it's pre-alpha, so I'm sure a lot of this will get sorted out. But it does have some really nice looks to it. Whee! And as you can see, yeah, you survive, and I even went deep into the water as I jumped down. So I guess depending on how shallow it is, you would probably die, break your legs. Which kind of brings me to my other point. This guy apparently came up, decided to kill me, and right now there is a lot. I mean, I understand this is a PvP game, but fuck, it just released, and there is a lot of griefing going on. Player interaction is kind of weird. There is like some teleporting and stuff that goes on, like you see like here, this guy just completely half his body disappeared. I had captured some other footage earlier where a guy was literally making himself levitate on command. It's almost like a hack, where it reminded me of Standalone, where people go teleporting through the air, and it was weird. So yeah, there is a lot of griefing going on in the game right now. People just pretty much kill on sight, unless you're teamed up with someone. There is no VoIP, which is another problem right now. There's no VoIP, so the only way you can communicate with someone is to type, and to do that you press the enter button and it starts the type command, and it's pretty much global. So if someone's like, hey, you by the tree or on the road, well, it doesn't tell you who you're talking to. I assume it's global. I haven't seen any other way to change it. But yeah, I followed these guys for a little bit. I just wanted to see kind of what the reaction was and see what the general player interaction was going to be like. These two guys obviously were teamed up and working together, so I just wanted to tag along and kind of see what would happen if they saw me. So I kind of made myself known a little bit. I still don't think they even knew I was there. And it also seems kind of like there's lag. I don't know if like people don't generally see you right off the bat. It's kind of seems that way. Like, I saw that guy's half body, but you'll see when I jump out, it's like they just kind of keep going, like they don't really see me. And then I come out, and then I think they start to see me. I don't know. It just seems weird. But then, of course, yeah, all they want to do is pretty much kill somebody. So you see he's got some kind of weapon, a hatchet, which I can't find. Loot is another hard thing to find. I just probably don't know where to go find it at. But you see right there, the hitboxes are really weird. Like, I'm away from them, and yet they're still hitting me, and I obviously die right there. But it's like you have this huge hitbox around you, and it doesn't really matter where they hit at, just so long as it's in the vicinity of, like, say, like 3 feet radius around you or something. It's really weird. It's like almost like a capsule. And, of course, here's another guy walking around with no pants on, or... So yeah, I kind of kept my distance from him and see what he would do, and see if he wanted to fight or battle. And sure enough, yeah, he was trying to punch me. So I was like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna punch you too and see what kind of the punch and melee goes like. And then something weird happens where I don't really die. I'm still there, but it's just like I have a head. So I think the guy's like, oh my, I guess he got freaked out too, because I have just like no body. I just have like a camera head, GoPro head. I don't know what happened. So yeah, but there is an option to suicide. The problem is when every time I did try to suicide, it seemed like the game did not know what to do. It basically went back to like this menu, and you'll see right there it's grayed out suicide timer. And as it gets down to 0, obviously you'll be able to suicide. But once I did that, it basically just took me to kind of like this main menu page without the menu. And it just sat there and sat there and sat there. Right there. That's the screen I'm talking about. So yeah, I let it sit there for a long time. Nothing ever happened. Servers, also to get into servers, sometimes it's hit or miss. I seem to not have any ability to get into a server outside of my own country, regardless of the ping. But not everybody's a griefer. As you can see, I run into these two guys as I was inside of a house. And yeah, they actually didn't try to kill me. They were working together. And I guess obviously talking in TeamSpeak or through Steam or whatever. But yeah, they didn't try to fight me or anything. The other guy went behind me, and it's a lot of Halo jumping. Like I said, the hitboxes are kind of crazy, so I don't even think it would matter if I tried to Halo jump my way out of it. But I ended up talking with these guys in chat and asked them, if there was any VoIP, and of course they didn't seem to. But the point was they were friendly, and they were just like like me, trying to work your way through this pre-alpha and kind of get to know the area without just being a complete dick. I don't have a problem with killing people once this game gets going, but fuck, man, if you have nothing on you and people are just trying to figure out the map and the landscape of the game, there's no need to be a dick and just killing people for the hell of it. Although I will say that dying in this game does not feel as bad as dying in, say, DayZ Standalone. So it is more of a lighter feeling game. It's more of a there's no realism, no huge thing of realism. The other thing about this game is the animations too. That will definitely take you out of any kind of realism. But hey, how can you hate a game if you can kill someone with a squeegee? So you can't really hate a game for that. And I don't hate this game at all. I really do like this game. I think it has some nice promises to it. Or not promises, but it could be a good game. It just has a good ways to go right now. There is horrible animal AI in the game. Here you'll see the mutants. This is actually the first mutant I ran up on, and I thought it was a player at first. I was like, what the hell is that? And then I was like, oh shit, it's a mutant. And so I wanted to interact with him to see how strong are they and how does he act. So I get one punch on him. I like the blood spatter, the blood splatter effect when you punch people, whatever the hell they are. The nice thing I do like about the health system in a game like this, since it's not really based on realism, I mean there is bandages and stuff like that to help you heal up quicker and everything, but you do have basically a regenerating health system. And I stayed like this with the bloods, running down my screen, which I thought was kind of a cool little effect. It was a little too much, but whatever. The over time, the effect went away. So obviously you have regenerating health. And this time with my trusty squeegee, I was going to take out a mutant, or attempt to. And yeah, these guys are no joke. They're strong. It's not like in DayZ Standalone where you can get, survive like multiple zombies with no problem, and even if a couple of you hit you, it's still no problem. These guys right here, pretty much no joke. So when they amp them up and when there's a lot more, because right now I've only ran across 2 in the entire time I've played this game, and I've, I don't know how long. I haven't played it like a whole bunch, but I've only seen 2 mutants out of the entire time I've played it. Let's see, where the hitboxes are just crazy. I don't know. But yeah, that's Miscreated, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, look for more soon.